Back here for the start of set number 5 and going into this 5th game, Dave Shoji talking to his team, telling his team, we've got to get off to a great start. Again, referring to that run that Mito Uiato had. He said, we're going to try and get as many points as we can at the beginning, saying that they need to establish themselves going into this 5th set. Fresno State on the other side, taking a lot of time to find the right matchup. The head coach changed her lineup about 3 or 4 times, just trying to find the right matchup going into this final set. Back to you guys.
Well, it all comes down to this, does it not? Thanks, Ryan. It is amazing, the comeback by this team. I mean, Hawaii could do nothing right. They were overpowered, they were overplayed, they were overmatched, and they were down 2 games to none in what was shaping up as their final WAC game.
And then wasn't it 13-9 in the 3rd?
Yeah.
Down 13-9 in the 3rd. Halfway through set number 3, they were looking not very good.
And all of a sudden it changed.
Just like that.
So head coach Lauren Netherby Sewell, who has, she came in with a masterful plan against Hawaii. This is the 5th. Anything can happen. 15 points. 15 points on the way to Bedlam. So the Hawaii fans here, stunned over the first two games in this match, started to show a little life, and all of a sudden a frenzy in the 4th. So here we go. And sitting in back of the court, or on the side of the court, or the end line of the court, New Mexico State. I wonder what they're thinking.
They're to our left, Mike Jordan's to our right, their coach. And he's liking the fact that whichever team is playing here is playing a long night.
So it all comes down to this. Agraz will serve. Gets it in. Griffiths, Uiato, Danielson. And Danielson hits it off the block, hit it off Clark. Hawaii leads 1-0 in the 5th. Adolfo comes back into the front row. Serving will be Hewitt. Maeda, who has played brilliantly, will go to the bench. Serving is Hewitt. Dug up by Lee. Alcantara. Here's Wild. That's blocked. Comes back over. Uiato. Croson. Danielson. Baker is there. Alcantara. Here's Clark. Goes cross court. Hits it out. Hawaii leads 2-0 in the 5th. Wild, who was so successful in the first 2.
And Clark as well. They were both error-free, basically.
Hewitt, line drives it across. Dug up by Agraz, kind of angled it. Ball is hit over. That's off Croson. Uiato, Danielson. Saved by Uiato, saved by Danielson. Uiato gets it over. Wild and Kantara. Back to Wild. That's blocked by Adolfo. Wild again. That's blocked. Adolfo and Uiato.
Oh my goodness. And Hawaii's doing all of this with Brittany Hewitt at the service line. And Hawaii's libero, Emily Maeda, on the bench.
Hewitt serves again. Lee shanks it. Alcantara with a one-handed save. Lee gets it over. Advantage now, Hawaii. That ball is over by Uiato, and that's in. Hawaii leads 4-0. Timeout, Fresno State. And the crowd here that's traveled so many miles and has been so patient, they're ready to explode. We resume Game 5. Hawaii leading 4-0 in the 5th game. Brittany Hewitt will serve again. Gets it over. There's Lee. Alcantara. That ball hit over that time by Clark. And the first point for Fresno State.
And you knew the first good pass that they got, they're going to go to Clark for sure. Hawaii did get 2 blockers up, but they weren't solid. They weren't really a wall.
Clark serving. Griffiths from her knees. Uiato. Adolfo gets it over. Not a good contact that time. Ball comes over by Murdoch. Saved by Maeda. There's Danielson. Alcantara goes to Wild. That's blocked by Adolfo.
Kalea Adolfo is really maturing. She's growing up fast. Young freshman from Kalakakai. Job done.
Uiato getting ready to serve. And in the fourth game, she was impeccable. I believe it was 12 in a row. Uiato serving again. Wild, Alcantara. Ball is hit over by Agraz. Danielson is there. Uiato back to Danielson. That's off the block. Agraz with the save. Alcantara. Here's Wild. Blocked by Hartung. Hartung and Adolfo. Hawaii leading 6-1 in the fifth game.
I'll tell you, this button got pushed by Dave Shoji right there to get a big outside block to take Hartung out of the middle, put her on the right side so she can block Wild, and it paid off right there. Big point.
Serving again. Uiato. Dug up by Wild. Alcantara. Ball is hit over by Murdoch. Saved by Maeda. Adolfo to Danielson, and that's long. Danielson had the idea of the far corner. Just off.
It was a great dig by Maeda. Good little bump set by Adolfo. Kanani, I know she feels badly she didn't keep that ball in play.
Serving is Alcantara. Croson, Uiato, step out. Adolfo, but that is out. Adolfo hitting it out.
Ball set a little bit too low for Kalea that time. Nice pass up there by Croson. She's right in the middle of the court, the hardest place to pass right now. They're going to probably be picking on Jane right here.
3 serving 6. Croson, Uiato, Danielson. And Danielson hit, is blocked, I believe. And down it went. It's now 6-4. Fresno State has crept back in it here in the fifth game. Hawaii started well, but now here comes Fresno State. Oh, this is going to be something. High drama here in the fifth game. Fresno State has come back. They trail now by only 2. Alcantara will serve. Maeda, Uiato, Adolfo, not a good contact that time. Adolfo puts it into the net. And it's now 6-5 and Fresno State back to challenge here. 4-0 run by the Bulldogs.
Another low set by Uiato.
Alcantara serving again, dug up by Croson. Uiato, Croson behind the 3-meter line. In the air by Agraz, chased down by Alcantara. Getting the ball over is Albertson. Hawaii with a chance here. Outside Hartung, that goes off of Alcantara. And Hawaii leads 7-5.
Much better connection that time between Uiato and Hartung.
Both teams now fighting for survival. Serving is Danielson. Dug up by Lee, Alcantara, and Murdoch hits it in. Hawaii was just not there to challenge. 7-6.
Okay, pretty much every time Fresno State gets a good pass, they're going to the middle. They go to Murdoch or they'll go to Clark, one of the two. So I think Hawaii ought to be committing in the middle. We get at least 1 block or maybe 2 up on those middles.
Serving is Wild in the air by Croson, chased down by Uiato. Croson, that's off the block. And that's picked up by Alcantara. Lee. And Wild hits it into the net. That's a point for Hawaii. And they'll change sides. Hawaii leading 8-6.
Wild's 13th error of the night. She's carried them most of the night, but with her 17 kills, but she's also got 13 errors in 53 swings, twice as many as the next player. So it's been a lot of swings for Wild.
So we continue. 8-6, Hawaii leading in the fifth. Everything on the line here. Maeda will serve. Gets it over, dug up by Lee. Chased down by Alcantara. Ball is hit over, that goes off Maeda. Ball hit over by Morrow.
Not a difficult play. Maeda's kicking herself. It was a very easy, very diggable ball.
7 serving 8. Here's Lee serving. Dug up by Croson. Back set Uiato. Ball comes down Hartung. Hartung makes it 9-7.
What a gutsy set by Uiato. She got the pass to left front, fires it all the way back to the sideline, and Hartung delivers.
Griffiths comes in to serve for Hawaii, leading by 2. And they may be checking rotation again or substitutions, one of the two. Talking to Lauren Neverby-Sewell. That ball comes over. Alcantara, big hit again by Clark in the middle.
Hawaii's had a good matchup there too. They've got Clark on Hewitt. I think that's just how Dave showed you would like it. The 2 best middle blockers probably in the WAC, going eyeball to eyeball.
Baker to serve now for Fresno State. Looking to tie. Dug up by Griffiths. Uiato. There's Hewitt, that's blocked back. Danielson, Uiato, Croson, that's off the block. Baker goes to Alcantara. The ball pushed over by Morrow. Right there is Croson, Uiato. Danielson off the block. Danielson hit it off Alcantara. And Hawaii gets to double figures in the 5th.
Oh, Kanani knew just where to go. The opening was at the small blocker, Alcantara, number 2 right there, the shortest blocker up front. And Kanani scores again with yet another tool. Double-double for Kanani right there.
Goodman and Stauber come into the lineup, serving as Croson. Needs to get this in. There's that big toss. Does get it in.
Wow.
The ball shanked to the side, chased down by Wild. Lee will get it across. Hawaii with the advantage. Maeda. Ball is hit by Hewitt. That's blocked back. Stauber goes over to Danielson. That's in the air by Baker. Wild keeps it alive. Here's Lee. Lee double hands it across. Advantage Hawaii again. This time it's Danielson. And Danielson doesn't get it over the net.
Oh my goodness, and she had an ideal matchup. She had the smallest blocker on her, Alcantara, and the only blocker as well.
1-point game in the 5th.
Outside attackers have about a 90% advantage. They should score 90% of the time here, and they're the only. Oh, it looked like a touch there. Alcantara looked like she did touch that. Interesting.
Serving will be Agraz, looking to tie it at 10. Dug up by Griffiths. Uiato. Danielson. Agraz is there, chased down by Wild. Agraz hits it. Dug up by Croson. Hawaii with it now. Danielson, yes. Danielson right in between Alcantara and Clark. A double block that wasn't double and wasn't a block. 11-9. We pause along the network. We are in the 5th game of an extraordinary match between Fresno State and Hawaii. Fresno State winning the first 2 games, Hawaii winning the 3rd and 4th game. We're in the 5th, Hawaii leading by 2, 11-9. Now they have a chance for separation. They have a chance. Hewitt started to serve, but Blake will come in instead.
Getting another defender in the back row should help Hawaii's chances. They got Griffiths, defensive specialist, Croson, a great defender, plus Blake.
Blake gets it in. Dug up by Lee, Alcantara. Here's Wild. That's off Blake, but no help.
Blake got the dig, but it was just too low. Nice swing by Wild. Right down the line, Blake's just got to pop it up higher. Tough for Hawaii to pop that one up.
Now Fresno State looking to tie it. Serving is Clark. Dug up by Danielson. Uiato goes back to Danielson. Roll shot is in. That roll shot is killing Fresno State. 12-10. Hawaii leading by 2 in the 5th.
Well, she really disguises that roll shot well. It looks like she's going to attack it. Everybody's dug back on their heels. And then she just rolls it in.
Serving will be Uiato. Hawaii leading by 2. Uiato taps it across. Agraz. Alcantara. What a block by Adolfo. Off Wild. Hawaii leads now by 3.
That was huge. Huge block. Great rotation for Hawaii. They got Uiato serving. Watch Adolfo reach over, pop it straight down. One of Hawaii's biggest points of the night, wouldn't you say?
Huge. Serving Uiato again, dug up by Agraz. That is, saved on the side by Weil. Alcantara gets it across. Big advantage now for Hawaii. Danielson rolls, shot it in! Match point! Match point!
We're going to name her the roll shot queen. Unbelievable. A 4-1 Hawaii run.
And they have the separation they need.
And Fresno State out of timeouts.
Hawaii fans celebrating delirium here. Absolute delirium. Can they do it? Can they come back? This for match point. Alcantara to Weil. Popped in the air by Uiato. Croson. Danielson with another roll. Saved by Baker. Ball is hit over by Murdoch. And that is out! Celebrate, everybody! Celebrate the most incredible, unbelievable, fantastic comeback that I have ever seen under these kind of conditions. Fighting off deja vu from last year. Going undefeated through the regular season and then having to prove themselves all over again. This is the first step on the yellow brick road to the NCAA playoffs. And Hawaii, a difficult step, an unbalanced step, but in the end, steady, true. What a match.
Wow. I don't know how to add to what you just said, Jim, other than to say that I thought that Hawaii's passers did a fantastic job the last 3 sets. Alex Griffiths came in and provided stability, so did Emily Maeda. Kanani Danielson, with all of her shot making, was unbelievable. Uiato serving. She stepped it up. Dave Shoji's coming over. We'll find out what buttons he pushed that he liked. And just an amazing, amazing comeback.
Well, Dave Shoji went through a myriad of mood swings. Ryan is with him now.
Thanks, Jim. We're here with Dave Shoji. Dave, not the way you expected to win.
Now?
We are on. And you know, a lot of upsets throughout the country. Looking at the top 10, some teams having some bad losses. You guys almost a victim of that tonight. There must have been points where you thought this might, we might be a victim of that. How did you guys turn this around? And you got to be pleased with your team right now.
Well, I mean, I think some couple tactical errors by the coach. Emily Maeda has been playing really well. I should have started her. She deserved to start tonight. I thought, why mess up a good thing? Lizzie Blake's been playing okay. Chantil was not well. We went all the way to game time. She said she was able to play. The trainer said she was able to play, so we started her. She wasn't ready to play. That was pretty obvious from the get-go. She just had some kind of flu bug or something. So 2 tactical errors. We get off to a bad start. Everybody starts pressing, but you got to give Fresno State credit. You got to give our girls credit for coming back and really gutting it out.
Obviously one of the things that you guys struggled with was the passing, and Maeda brought that stabilization back. But what were you kind of telling the girls throughout that to kind of get that rhythm back and get that for you guys able to run that offense?
Well, I hate to sound like a broken record to them, but Jane was not moving her feet. If you watched her, she was just rotating her arms and never moved her feet, but she got better somewhere around end of game 2 and game 3, because without that little adjustment that she made, we would not have won that match. So Jane turned it around, but Jane got us in the hole in the first place because she just wasn't moving. So between her and Lizzie Blake struggling, we couldn't pass the ball, couldn't run the offense.
Well, one thing that definitely came to your advantage, playing here in neutral site, but a lot of Hawaii fans here helped kind of build that momentum. What do these fans here mean to you and to this program?
Well, I thought they were going to boo the coach at some point in time there. So, and they were really loyal, and they kept with us, even though it looked bad in the third game. We were down game 3, so fans, didn't quit on us, and, we owed it to them.
Looking ahead tomorrow night, a matchup again with New Mexico State. Jim said earlier that it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. The first time you guys went 5. Second time you guys handled them pretty easily back in Hawaii. What are you going to be doing going into this really important matchup, going into this championship matchup?
Well, the reason we won in Honolulu so fairly easily, we served really tough. And tonight they passed really well, and that's why they beat Idaho. And so we're going to have to win that battle. They served tough as well. They got us in trouble in Las Cruces. So we'll have to pass. They'll have to pass. If we both pass, then it'll be a net game, which I like our chances.
Final question. Last match going into this WAC championship, and obviously we know what happened last year with Utah State. What are you telling the girls to mentally prepare for this matchup?
Well, we're not going to take anybody lightly, that's for sure. Last year, I think we just didn't have that mindset. We didn't have that sense of urgency. Tonight, I'm hoping woke us up. Everybody understands that we can't just show up and win. And, you know, I think we'll have good preparation. We'll have some time now to rest and look at some film. And, you know, we know them well. They know us well. So emotionally, I think we'll be ready.
Thanks. Congratulations and good luck tomorrow night. Back to you, Jim.
Thanks, Ryan. When we come back, we'll have players of the match. That's a story of just an unbelievable, emotional roller coaster of a match. Fresno State, just terrific in the first 2 games. Hawaii coming back, starting to turn the tide. They dominated in Game 4, and then in the 5th game, it was even until Hawaii got some incredible plays, including a block by Adolfo, to get separation. Let's take a look, because this is really the play of the match. Here's Corin Wild, and then the block by Kale Adolfo. I mean, boom, right there. That gave Hawaii enough that they could breathe a little easier. We take another look at it there. Excellent double block that time by Hartung and Adolfo. Adolfo taking the brunt. So that was the Kaiser Permanente highlight of the match, in a match that had many, many highlights. Bank of Hawaii presents now the players of the match. Brianna Clark, 18 kills, hit an incredible 536. That's hard to believe. 5 digs. And for Hawaii, it's Kanani Danielson. That repertoire is just unending. 24 kills. She hit 311. And she contributed 14 digs. That's another double-double performance by Kanani Danielson. Hawaii didn't play for about 11 days. Do you think that hurt them going into this match? Because in the first two games, they just were not sharp.
I would agree, and they came up against a very fiery, spirited Fresno State team that was playing their best volleyball of the year. Fresno State had played a really good match the night before against Utah State, so there's no question that Hawaii had met their match against Fresno State, and the rust. It took a while to knock the rust off and figure out how to beat that pesky little Fresno State team that played oh so well for the first 2.5 sets.
So Hawaii wins it in 5. They have to come from behind. I mean, you talk about storybook, Hollywood script. I mean, whatever. They come back to reinstill the joy of all the people that came to watch them play here tonight. Tomorrow they play for the tournament championship against Fresno State yet another time, and Mike Jordan, and you know that, rather New Mexico State, excuse me, and Mike Jordan is no doubt thinking about how he's going to combat Dave Shoji and the Rainbow Wahine. Well, that'll do it from courtside here, but we will be back with the post-match report. Thanks for watching, everybody. What a match.